Thank you very much. So, as you have heard from the previous speakers, and it's true that Ms. Broxton and Ms. Parry said it in very strong words, participation can be a transformative tool everywhere and also at the United Nations. And I would like first to speak about participation in general, and then about the unique setting of the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty, where participation can open the door to change attitudes and challenge discrimination. Full participation is a right for any human being. Full participation of the most excluded people should be a top priority. Not only because ending poverty is a moral duty, but also because the UN General Assembly has called for it in the guiding principles on extreme poverty and human rights. These principles, adopted in 2012, and the handbook based on them, spell out conditions that would enable people who live in extreme poverty to contribute to all aspects of our societies. But most of the time, the people who experience poverty are not present to contribute to decisions that affect their lives and their communities. Their voices are missing. Their knowledge is not recognized or expected. One of the ATD members from Burkina Faso said, "Even in extreme poverty, a person has ideas. If these ideas are not recognized, people fall even deeper into poverty." And in the United Kingdom, Maureen Roberts asks, "What is it that makes us human beings? We have intelligence and we think. We have a voice and can communicate through language. We have emotions and we can show them. We have dignity and choice. Poor people are denied these human traits. We are neither recognized nor treated as human beings." Joseph Brzezinski, as you told at the beginning, the founder of ATD Fort Worth, was raised in poverty. He knew from his own life that this waste of human potential is unacceptable. He said that the poorest people are the partners who are absent from international institutions. To bring these partners to the table was his lifelong combat. Through participation, this is gradually beginning to change. At the United Nations, people who live in poverty are invited more and more to come and speak personally. That can be positive. However, all too often, these speakers are expected first to disclose their most private experiences of suffering, and second, to leave it to policymakers to think without them about what changes to make and how to implement them. If a speaker has personal experience of poverty, the listener too often expects to hear only about that individual experience. But when labor union leaders speak, or activists for women's rights, it's understood that they are speaking for many thousands of people. It's also clear that their goal is to speak not only about problems, but also about proposed solutions. People who experience poverty do more than share their personal stories about inhuman situations. Growing up in extreme poverty gives people a unique vantage point on how to address it. When you see development programs come and go, you have knowledge about why they too often fail and why certain people are always left behind. As Mrs. Parry said, when people in poverty have the opportunity to belong to a group or movement where they feel free to speak their mind, where they have the opportunity to reflect on their lives and to prepare their participation together with others, they are ready to act as spokespeople in whom the others have confidence. They are informed by the experiences and also the analysis and insights of many others. This is the kind of participation that can help us change the future together. On October 17th, the International Day for the Eradication of Poverty, whether at the United Nations or in commemorations around the world, people who live in extreme poverty not only speak from the same podium as policymakers, but also have the leading role. They are the partners whose contribution has been missing. Only with them, at the heart of this International Day, is it possible to understand the barriers faced by people in extreme poverty, the hopes they have for the future, and the intelligence they can offer to society. On this International Day, for once, people in poverty can be sure that they do not stand alone. Their resistance to injustice continues in the shadows every day. On this International Day, when they step into the spotlight, they can be encouraged when they see that people from all walks of life have chosen to stand together with them. This International Day is equally important for policymakers, who have few occasions to meet people in poverty and to benefit from hearing what they have to say as partners. As you said, both of you, last October 17th, Jan Eliasson, then the Deputy Secretary General of the UN, called this opportunity inspiring. He told people in poverty, "You are bringing life into this room. It's so important that we connect those who are doing policy with the life of people." In order for this day to encourage and inspire all those who strive all the time to overcome poverty, whether by helping others in their neighborhoods or by designing policies, the condition of participation must be respected. It is not a day for policymakers to call to increase funding or for NGOs to raise their profile. This day is intended to promote dialogue and understanding between people living in poverty and society at large. Today, to leave no one behind is an ethical imperative addressed to all of us, whatever our responsibilities. The celebration of October 17th, year after year, have enabled more and more people and organizations to develop and explore what it means in practical terms to leave no one behind. And they have shown that this is possible. 30 years ago, on 17 October 1987, Joseph Brzezinski founded the World Day for Overcoming Extreme Poverty, which led in 1992 to the recognition of October 17th as the United Nations International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. When we observe this day each year, we proclaim that never again should people be condemned to live and die in shame and humiliation. It is a sign that we want to stand all together. It means that we all want the shame to end, that we want our society to be strengthened with the intelligence of the most vulnerable people. When people living in extreme poverty are invited not only to participate, but to play the leading role and speak in the name of many others, then we are contributing to the progress of humanity.
Thank you, Isabelle.